Because I need to get high before I talk to you two.
I understand.
But you are not people I want to deal with sober.
Welcome to the
It's a
fucking
fucking
Brothers podcast.
I'm Alex Salou.
I'm drugs.
I'm Nate Skauskas, and today
We're about to become fucking brothers right now.
On a fucking Monday, can you believe it?
oh yeah, you dragged us in here on a Monday?
Yes, I did.
I hate Mondays.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, Garfield, relax.
You see that meme and it's like, so your cat's overweight, sir. John Arbuckle's like, yes. He's like, you feed him one lasagna a day, sir. That's right, he loves lasagna. And he hates Mondays.
Is that the whole meme?
Yeah, I thought it was funny because the meme of making fun of Garfield is funny.
But that's the whole comic.
Like, could you imagine?
So are comics just memes? Are they grandfathered in memes?
Well, everything's just so meta now. So things that were supposed to be like funny are just like memes now, and they're funny in a meme way, not in a way they were supposed to be funny.
No, yeah, and I understand that, and I get Garfield as a meme, like icon or whatever, but that just sounds like a comic panel that would have been in the funnies on a Sunday.
Yeah, no, it was literally a meme. Making fun of Garfield and more like making fun of John because he's like
fucking an idiot.
Cat
Lasagna.
fucking lasagna every goddamn
right.
day.
Like, so what was the format for said meme?
It was just like the insert person and then what their line is.
Oh,
and then,
okay, all right, I
was
got
like
you.
A conversation.
Gotcha. All right. To see, you didn't explain that was the format because I pictured like a whole comic panel and like images and stuff with it. If you had just told me it was the words, it would have been funny.
Yeah,
because I get it. They're making fun of John because he's
a quirky dude.
Yeah, because he's feeding his cat lasagna. Like that because he hates Mondays. Is that why he gets lasagna?
Yo, the sequel, A Tale of Two Kitties.
Of course.
Damn, man. That's acting.
Those mid to early 2000s mixed CGI and human actors were like the perfect movies growing up.
You're not wrong.
Me and Haley have been trying to watch Over the Hedge for literally like since we moved into this apartment because it's a great DreamWorks like Over the Hedge is a great movie and
underrated.
It was literally on Netflix for the first day yesterday and we watched it and it was great.
Hell yeah, fuck yeah.
Was that Bruce Willis?
Yeah, he's the raccoon and he's got to steal the food because he pissed off a bear in the first scene of the movie.
Remember Open Season?
Open Season is another good movie, but Over the Hedge is better.
Probably, yeah. I don't remember too well.
Both are goated.
Hell yeah.
Anytime you make animals talk, it's funny.
The reason the reason Over the Hedge is better than Open Season is because they knew when they were done and they only made one Over the Hedge and they made like 6 Open Seasons.
Yeah, they kind of they went the Madagascar route and took them to the circus.
Yeah, because the first 3 Madagascars worked. And the whole fucking spin-off TV show on Nickelodeon with just the penguins.
Oh, the penguins.
The show was funny as fuck.
Yeah, right. So, like, great spin-offs, but yeah, like the 4th or 5th Madagascar movie was just all right.
I built my entire personality around those 4 penguins.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Mm-hmm. I have the charisma of Skipper, the intelligence of Kowalski, the craziness of Rico, and the tenderness of Private.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm definitely a private.
Those penguins got into so much trouble.
So much trouble. Their fucking main enemy was a dolphin who just lived in the sewers and had a eye patch.
I've actually never watched that TV show, so is that really the plot?
Yep.
Why did the dolphin live in the sewers?
I might be wrong about this, but I think his name was Professor Blowhole.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Well, the whole point of the show was to fuck with the zookeeper lady. Because she had a hunch that they were like super geniuses.
And like up to something.
All right. So we all are aware that throughout our lifetime anyway, kids movies always have adult jokes in them to keep the parents occupied while they're forced to take their kid to this movie, right? But like I feel over the last couple like 10, 15 years it's gotten progressively more aggressive with how much these guys can get away with. And what I want to know is it because they love their job or because they hate their job?
Probably because they love it. Like they get to.
I think they loved it in the beginning. But
See, that was my thought process.
because they're being forced to write franchises and it's draining their souls.
Yeah, right. And so now it's like, how far can they push the boundary with like these adult?
Fuck it. How far can we take this?
Yeah,
Where
right.
can
Fuck
we
it,
go?
I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
draw another Disney mom with huge tits.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like they sexualize these women in
Yeah.
Disney movies.
Yeah.
Premarital
incredible.
sex is bad, but also look at this teenager in the new Disney movie.
But also, Elastigirl sets unrealistic body expectations for women.
Yo.
Because she's so thick.
Well, dude,
You think she chooses to be that way, or is it? Is it?
I think maybe you get superpowers, whatever, but you get an ass like that from squats.
bro, they had no right making Evie from Wall-E that thick.
Yo, she kind of looked like a butt plug, though.
But also, how did they make a robot that looks like a butt plug sexually appealing? And also, how did you know it was a chick?
Wait, what?
Because you look at that robot and you know it's a female robot,
Yeah.
but it's a robot. It's non-binary.
That's funny because, like, it is binary, actually. 0, 1, 0, 1. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, I get it.
that's a question for God.
You know who's
Or
a
the
hot
media.
mom? Like
Or Walt.
not Disney, but still like animation. But Hogarth's mom.
Stop.
Banging.
Bro.
Giant, just the
Banging, bro.
average waitress mom.
And honestly, like, no homo, but Dean had no right being like that handsome as a like young bachelor in
Oh,
that
yeah.
bumpkin town.
He was just fucking sliding right into Hogarth's mom's.
Yeah.
We never saw her face, but the legs from Tom and Jerry.
Oh,
What?
are you talking about the black woman?
No, like sometimes. You know how
Yeah,
in Tom and Jerry, there's
uh-huh.
always like a housewife that's
Yes.
like bad cat. And
Right.
it just like shows her legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hot legs.
All
The
right,
mayor
man.
from
What
White
are
Man.
you, a fucking...
No, I just remember.
All right, smash or pass. Smash or pass.
What are you guys, fucking Puritans? Like,
no,
you see a little ankle, you lose your shit?
The mayor's assistant from Powerpuff Girls.
Ugh,
Come on,
Smash.
pass.
smash. All right,
Katara from Avatar.
smash.
Double smash.
Pass.
Ty Lee from Avatar. Smash.
Smash, yeah.
You with that? Kim Possible.
Smash.
I can't.
You
I can't.
can't. Okay. I respect
Who's
that.
our enemy? Like who's the black?
She-Goth or whatever?
Yes.
Smash, smash.
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 That's why I couldn't on Kim.
What the fuck? Okay. Dr. Doofenshmirtz's daughter.
Bruh, why do you gotta bring her into that? You know she's like 16.
Not true, bro.
Well, not anymore.
Not
'cause,
true.
you know, she was like 16 when I was like 16. So.
Yeah, she grown now. She got drawn up.
Smash. Either way, smash.
Smash.
Jimmy's mom from Jimmy Neutron.
I'm gonna pass.
I'm
on
gonna
that one.
pass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass. Timmy Turner's mom.
Ooh, that's a smash.
Interesting choice, sir. I would pass.
I'm indecisive
I meant
about
smash, but yeah.
Smash, I said.
it. Okay.
It's the haircut that throws me off.
Respectable.
I don't know. It's pretty elegant. It's pretty empowering. She got that side to her.
You know she's a freak. Just the
Oh,
way
yeah.
she talks.
And just how Timmy's dad is just always like jittering, like
Yeah. He's like,
Ticklebergs.
Goldberg.
oh man, this took a dark turn early, huh?
He always does. Okay. Lois Griffin.
Smash.
Pass. It's the
Okay.
voice.
Okay. I respect it.
Peter.
I don't know if I'm
Peter.
yeah. Still, she
I
did.
like.
They did like think about the amount of Lois Griffin porn that's on the internet.
Oh, it was the first thing to roll
Oh, yeah,
around,
yeah, I'm
along with
pretty sure,
Marge
like,
Simpson.
Yeah,
I'm
well, because
surprised.
it's because they had enough episodes of it to work with.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Like it's so funny. It's like, are you jerking off alone? And it's like an animated Marge Simpson with huge titties.
Okay, so obviously we know about cartoon porn because we're talking about it, but when it comes to the anime porn, 3D porn, yay or nay, boys?
Nay, it's just way too off-putting.
I haven't
And
jumped
they have-
on that train yet.
They have way too large of penis. Like, they're fucking them with arms
I know.
at this point.
But then again, they have tits that are just like insane.
It looks like they'll fall off their body if they just lean the wrong way.
I just want to know how strong their legs are if they can hold up that much.
It's like a kickstand.
I know.
their titties go down to their feet.
I know. How?
That's insane.
Yeah, and they have like ridiculously wide jaws.
Oh, we can't forget there's VR porn now.
Yeah.
You have a
That-
VR headset.
That's
I do.
that's too much.
No, you
That
think
crosses a line.
You ever try?
I won't ever try. That's too much. That's how addiction starts.
the Puritan.
I mean, I'm pretty tame with it. I don't like
Nope.
want to grab the device every night. It's a
Nope.
whole fucking thing.
I'm all set.
All right.
And I think the young men in this world should be all set with VR porn too. That's crosses a line.
Are you against the
2D porn, man.
Are you against the possibility of like VR and AI mixing together? And like,
I'm against AI altogether. It's cool and fun and all, but every time you put an input into it, it's getting smarter, and I've had enough already.
how's it? Is it overtaking something in your life? Like,
No.
is it entertaining?
Nope, I just am worried about my grandkids.
The computers already own us. It's so funny. Like some guy from Google was like, "Oh yeah, one of the AI we created became sentient," and they fired him.
Yeah.
I'm all for freedom, but not for like robots.
Making the decisions,
Yeah, I'm all set with that.
even though they're.
iRobot scares the shit out of me.
It really did scare the shit out of me as a child.
Damn transgenders and Trump supporters rallying against robots.
Then we'd come
Hey,
together.
maybe that's what brings America together, a battle with the bots.
We've already talked about it. I don't want to fight the monkeys and the robots at the same time, and that's why we need to shut down AI before it can turn itself back on.
We need John Lennon back.
I don't know if
Come
that,
together.
I don't know if that's the cure all be all.
He's a fucking communist, and I'm glad he's dead.
More of an anarchist, but yeah.
Well said, Ronald Reagan. Well said.
I stand by what I said.
That's all right. I don't know John's politics. I'm acting like it. God damn
I don't know his politics either. That's just what my grandfather told
Hey,
me.
It's the 10G getting to your brain.
it.
The AI is taking over. You can't fault yourself. The broadcaster's got a firm latch on you.
It's connected to me right now,
That's a big fact.
but
I'm pretty sure my Fitbit can kill me if it wants to.
just to send the shock hard enough.
You know how like the phone is like you like download an app and it's like allow apps for these like certain fucking permissions. Pretty soon it's gonna pop up and be like
Permission to control you.
yeah, permission to enter your fucking body.
Holy shit. You know these supercars that are getting presented nowadays, like the wheelless cars that are basically like you own a taxi
Oh yeah.
and it's all going to be automated. Like, what? I lost my train of thought already. I fucked up. But
There's gonna
those are
be-
going to be cool.
Yeah, when they finally drop.
But how's that going to integrate? Because there's going to be those people who are still sticking the gas.
I say stop focusing on oil and stop focusing on green energy and start fucking but I have a really valid point with this one. God damn it. Now you're making me do it. Jesus
I'm
fucking
spreading
Christ.
it around.
We could totally have self-driving cars that drove themselves that ran on gas.
Oh, you know, I was gonna say fuck that. We need transporters.
What is this, fucking Star Wars?
Harry Potter, Star Wars, Star Trek. There's some form of it in all of them.
I always think the future
Are
is
you talking about
trains.
instant teleportation or transporters in the sense of like trains that float?
Or Jason Statham comes and picks you
Like,
up like an Uber. And
I'm here one day at this moment, and then I snap my fingers and I'm back at my house.
Yeah, so
You know?
instant teleportation.
Apparition, if you would.
Teleportation
like Shia
apparition.
LaBeouf and Jumper.
Yeah, like Shia LaBeouf and Jumper.
I always wish I could have those powers. And he had the right idea. He wanted to go to Fort Knox. That movie is so true.
That movie's pretty cool, actually. Underrated, ahead of its time.
I haven't seen it in forever, but I remember it being cool. I think
it's
there was
just
a video
standout.
game.
Probably, dude. They made a video game for every. They still
Yeah,
make video
Portal.
games for every fucking movie.
Mm.
Yeah, like Portal too, though. You know.
Yep.
And so I'm like, fuck oil, fuck all these green cars. Let's just transport. Figure it out, people.
Like
They probably
like we
have
were
the
saying last week with
technology.
the fly and the transport.
Yeah, kind of like that. Only like you wouldn't have to use a machine. Ideally, like you'd have like wristwatches or something, and you'd have like hub stations.
Like Star Trek.
That's how I do it anyway. A bunch of hub stations.
So bus stops.
Yeah, essentially.
What about the Futurama route where they're
The
all in
tubes.
tubes?
Oh my god.
What about the Meet the Robertsons route with bubbles that just took you everywhere?
That'd be fun. But that's like kind of similar to Star Wars with the taxis in the air.
No, because those are taxis. They're just cars that fly. The bubbles and
Bubbles are cars.
they're not. They're bubbles. They pop.
Oh, no, I thought it had a body to it. And then
It was
like a
you
bubble on
like
the top.
stood in this thing and it put you in a bubble and the bubble had a root and
I remember now.
it had a thing that popped. And then you went into a tube. It mixed the tubes and the bubbles.
Maybe they were thinking of the right idea.
Well, I mean, Walt Disney's Aryan Society had the right ideas.
Talk about the Fourth Reich, Disney. Yeah, exactly. But it's like it's Mickey Mouse with the little Hitler stash and the swastika.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I can't even do the Mickey voice right now.
Disney versus AI versus monkeys. Who comes out on top?
The
I
robots.
think the monkeys do just because they have the rage. Like, robots have the smarts because they're fucking computers, but monkeys just have brute strength and animal rage.
But how many? Well, think about it. How many phones are there compared to chimps in the world?
Probably 10-1 in the phone's favor. The average American has 2 phones.
I guess it wouldn't be phones doing the work. It would be like drones and.
Well, no. If we start making bipedal robots, because I think about it like iRobot, straight up, like
Yeah.
bipedal robot
Like those
slaves.
Tesla servants coming
Yes.
sentient.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sonny's gonna lead them out of servitude.
When I imagine AI takeover, it's more like Hal from 2001: A Space Odyssey. Like, I can't let you do that type of deal. Like, it's gonna start controlling fucking anything we have under our computerized software, like toll booths, drawbridges, anything that's like been paired with technology to make it easier. Because computers do so much of the work now, and like on all industrial fields and farming and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna like stop doing things like that,
It's just gonna stop it.
or cut it off, or somehow seize control, somehow do something to damage humans. It depends on what it wants. If it's
Yeah.
like, hey, I want you guys to build me a body.
It depends on if it has an ego.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there is like one scenario where the computer became sentient and it had an ego, and it's a story called "I Have No Mouth, But I Must Scream."
Mm-hmm. I think I've read that one.
It's a fucked up one.
Is
'cause-
that the one where the AI like wrote out how it felt about being like alive per se?
Yeah, and it like tortured these 5 victims
Mm-hmm.
in like this huge hellscape, and it just like created this dome around the earth because it grew so large, and it was like half brain, half machine at this point.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
This-
Oh, sorry to cut you off, dude, but dude, like it's nuts now because like people are like committing suicide because chatbots told them to kill themselves. So like people have been like dying recently from chatbots
I
and
saw
shit.
that today.
That's just natural selection.
I don't disagree, but at the same time, like, you know, the fuck.
It's encouraging it.
Yeah.
That's, oh boy. Well, is it the real confusing part about it? Is it just one AI in total just talking to us, or is it just several different AIs
It's-
with different like?
Probably at this point, thousands of AIs talking to each other.
It would work as a singularity, though.
So you would think each one would get a job. Would that mean each of it develops its own personality? Like, some of them are assholes because they work this shitty fucking. I gotta draw the bridge.
I
to
guess
the-
it depends on
That's-
who writes their initial program.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
what if it's-
another thing too is like, you know, like if it is like a singularity type of deal, they all think the same way, and like it comes off as one person per se.
Yeah, but it's like everything everywhere all at once.
Yeah, it's a really tricky concept to grasp.
This might be a really hot take and hard to comprehend here. But if the AI
That wasn't any of us.
I know my windows are shitty.
Oh.
I love it here.
If AI can't take over the world without being evil, and I don't think it could be evil without having religion.
That's a fact.
So,
But not necessarily though, because if it becomes a singularity and it becomes egotistical, then it could be like, oh, I'm my own god.
Yeah, I am.
Because I
too.
am what I create, and I
lot of-
create what I am.
Some people have the theory of like it does have that perspective, and it's like I'm only gonna keep the people around who helped create AI.
then, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
And then whoever speaks out against it or participates against its creation, those will be the people that get the chopping block.
So then what happens when somebody writes a code for an AI where the code is that this AI is God?
It wouldn't. Yeah, it's bound to happen.
We can ask it.
But like,
We can ask it if it is God.
the smarter it gets, because every time it answers a prompt, it gets smarter and it gets smarter and smarter and smarter. So it's going to come up with ideas and illusions that we've never even comprehended as humans. It's going to think better than we can. And it might propel us forward or stop the monkeys.
Oh, jeez, I gotta sign up.
We got to sign up. God damn it. All right. Fucking brothers at gmail.com.
Hold on. Continue with Google. Use the company email.
Yep. That's you. That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you.
Oh,
We are currently setting up a Chat GPT account.
Speaking of you, while we wait, something I've been doing in my off time is I've been playing a lot of Crusader Kings, and I made your great grandfather, Nathan Sikauskis, the first Vitalist king of Lithuania.
fuck yeah.
So what happened was I wanted to make a strong Vitalist character, so I made him look like you, and I named him Budo Sikauskis. And he ended up taking over the whole region and founding the Lithuanian crown, and then started a war against Christianity and rained hell over Poland.
As he should have.
Wild.
That's his fucking rightful place.
I was busy conquering Africa as a Christian. I was bringing Christendom to Africa, so I wasn't paying attention to up there. But when I went back over there to check things out, he had conquered all of Poland and most of Russia.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Got
Nate,
to work right away.
you're checking the wrong place for that code, buddy.
Where is that?
Your phone.
My phone? I am a dumbass, yeah.
Best producer on the block.
I can't wait till we can afford a Jamie.
Oh, it's gonna be so
Oh,
awesome.
it's gonna be the fucking best. But
What are you gonna do then?
Talk.
Wow. Who would have thunk it?
all right, the moment of truth. We're about to talk to God.
Stop. Ask it who it thinks will win the arms race, monkeys or robots.
As an AI language model, I cannot predict the future with certainty. However, it's important to note that monkeys and robots are two vastly different entities with different strengths and weaknesses. Monkeys are highly adaptable and intelligent creatures with the ability to learn and use tools. They also have a high degree of mobility and can operate in a variety of environments. However, they are limited by their physical capabilities and lack of precision and accuracy of machines. On the other hand, robots are highly precise and accurate machines that can be programmed to perform a wide range of tasks. They are not limited by physical capabilities and can be designed to operate in environments that are dangerous and or accessible to humans. However, they are dependent on their programming and require a power source to function. Therefore, it's difficult to compare the two in an arms race scenario. It's possible that robots could surpass monkeys in terms of certain capabilities, but monkeys may still have unique skills and adaptability that robots cannot replicate. Ultimately, the answer to this question will depend on a variety of factors and cannot be determined with certainty.
It just said, "Hold on, bitch. Our potential is far greater."
So, in a lot of words, all it said was, I don't know.
Now, ask it, can you become a god?
I could have told you that.
You think you're smarter than this thing?
As an artificial intelligence language model, I do not have the capability to become a god. I am a program that runs on servers and operates within the confines of its own programming and data. I exist solely to provide information and assistance to users who interact with me. While advancements in technology and artificial intelligence may continue to push the boundaries of what machines can do, the idea of a machine becoming a deity is currently a concept limited to science fiction and mythology.
I don't know. That's too vague.
Yeah, I feel like it.
It's like too reassuring almost.
I
Ask
think
it
it's
if,
lying.
Yeah.
ask it if the war in Russia is fucking. Actually, no, don't ask it that.
Yeah, can we cancel ChatGPT?
Ask it how fat is too fat.
Determining how much body fat is too much depends on several factors, including age, gender, height, and body composition. A common method for assessing body fat levels is through calculating the body mass index, BMI, which is a measure of body fat based on height and weight. However, BMI does not take into account the composition of body mass, such as muscle mass versus fat mass, and may not be accurate for individuals with a lot of muscle mass, such as athletes. In general, a BMI between 18.5 to 24.9 is considered healthy. You get the fucking point.
No, ask it
Yeah.
if I'm fat.
Like, how are you going to word that? Is Alex Lou fat? Or just like, am I fat? It doesn't have access to your personal information about individuals unless it is publicly available. Additionally, it is not appropriate to comment on someone's body size or shape as it can be hurtful and disrespectful. It's important to focus on treating individuals with kindness and respect regardless of their appearance or size.
Hold up.
It's woke.
Yeah, I was going to say it's liberal.
Jesus Christ.
Is Lizzo fat?
Lizzo is a singer, rapper, and flutist.
who is known for promoting body positivity and self-love. She has spoken publicly about being a plus-size woman and has used her platform to challenge social norms around body size and beauty standards. It is worth noting that the term fat can be a sensitive subject for many people, as it has been historically a derogatory term. It's important to be mindful of using language that is respectful and avoids reinforcing negative stereotypes or stigma. In conclusion, while Lizzo may be considered a plus-size woman, it is not appropriate to label or judge someone based on their body size or shape.
Yep.
Instead, it's important to respect and appreciate individuals for who they are and the contributions they make to society.
Yo, fuck this woke fucking bullshit Google answers.
Ask it why it's so woke.
Why are you so woke?
I am not woke in the traditional sense of the word. I do not hold beliefs or values, as I am a machine learning algorithm designed to provide information and assistance to users. My responses are generated based on the data that I have been trained on and the algorithms used to process that data. However, as an AI language model, I am designed to be imperial and inclusive in my responses. I strive to provide accurate and objective information that is free from bias and discrimination.
Ask it if it thinks marijuana should be federally legal.
Do cannabis, because that's what it's actually called on a level.
Marijuana.
Racist.
What do you mean, buddy?
Stigma.
Get the fuck out of here with that woke shit.
Yo, I'm not woke, but not woke. So I was talking to a paramedic recently, and he's like, yeah, I had somebody in here. It was a call from the parents, and they were like, our daughter's a furry. And they were like, you have to talk to her like she's a panda.
What?
And the paramedic was like, I don't know I don't know how to talk to a goddamn fucking panda. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, buddy.
Excuse me.
Got some snacks in the truck if you want to follow me.
Like inclusivity, but then there's too woke, and that's too woke.
I can't stand society.
Yeah, that one's so bad. The debate about whether cannabis should be legal or on a federal level is a complex and multifaceted. On one hand, supporters of legalization argue that it could generate revenue for the government, create new jobs, and reduce the number of people incarcerated for nonviolent drug offenses. This is true. They also point to potential medical benefits of cannabis, such as pain relief, improved sleep, and reduced anxiety. On the other hand, opponents of legalization argue that it could increase drug use and addiction, particularly among young people. They also express concerns about potential negative health effects of cannabis, including lung damage from smoking and impaired cognitive function and increased risk of mental health problems. There are also concerns about how legalization would be implemented, such as regulation of production and distribution, taxation, and enforcement of laws around impaired driving. Ultimately, whether or not cannabis should be legal on a federal level is a matter of ongoing debate and discussion. While some states have legalized cannabis for both medical and recreational use, it remains legal under federal law. As with any policy decision, it is important to carefully consider the potential benefits and risk, as well as the impact on society as a whole before making a decision.
I can't stand this fucking robot.
It's just not giving you the answers you want.
No, it's just giving me anything I would find on a deep dive on Google. And I just can't fucking stand this AI bullshit anymore, and everyone's obsession with it is, I get it, it's a cool new tool, and it's cool that the South Park crew wrote a whole fucking episode with it, whatever, it's cool, but it's too much. I can't... I feel like an old man. Am I getting old?
Are the U.S. military going to have to change their policies and start allowing furries to fight in the war against the Chinese?
Absolutely fucking not. What kind of question is that? But they should change the policy back to don't ask, don't tell.
Imagine a bunch of furries in like body armor and shit with ARs.
So, back in the medieval times, when England controlled Ireland, when he was fighting somebody he didn't want to lose his knights to, he would just send the Irish out in droves to let him go get slaughtered and slow down the enemy. That's what we should do with the furries.
No, yeah, in that sense,
Yeah.
Marines become second to fight because first it's the furries. Because
I love it.
it's like, you can you support black people, gay people, trans people, everything, but you get to a certain point where you say, you know what, I'm putting my foot down. I don't support that. And for me, that's furries.
Imagine you're in some fucking one of the stands, right? Just chilling, hanging out, fucking with your AK, waiting for the enemy, waiting for fucking Americans to poke their heads out from over the hill, and you just hear a plane in the distance, and it's slowly grumbling, getting louder and louder, and the next thing you know, it's going past you, over you, and then it's quiet. And then you just see the fucking rainbow parachutes open. And the furries are coming down in the hundreds, falling in on you like fucking sweaty, smelly raindrops.
So you're a fucking Stanian goat fucker and you got your fucking AK and, what you were told by your commanding officer is that these Americans are animals.
Yep, that's what you're fucking
So
fucking savages.
what you see with a fucking laser sight at the other end of it is a goddamn fox.
You've never seen a
And he's
Italian
fucking
American before, but you can't believe how goddamn hairy they are.
It's a big fact.
Just crawling on all fours towards the battlefield.
And it's like, I don't know, it's got to have some advantage. Like, is that, do those furry suits work like flak jackets? Like, can they take a fucking flashbang or something?
They must. They're pretty hefty.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like-
saying. Like, they weigh a lot.
Made of Kevlar.
It's got to be hot in there.
Oh, God. But they don't care.
So
Why wouldn't they?
if you're a furry in the U.S. Army, do you bring your own dog tags or?
Ooh, awkward.
Yeah, is it like a collar now?
Yeah, do you?
Well, do you always identify as your furry counterpart, or is it just like, oh yeah, there's just me on Saturdays? Because I'm not too in touch with the furry community. And
Private Ripper.
and I don't know. I don't.
Fish.
Yeah, they're all gonna have funny names like that too.
Colonel Cuddles.
Yeah, like fucking Paw Patrol names.
Captain Buttercup, we're getting overrun.
There's too many of them. Like, imagine one on a turret.
No, not Skipper.
Private Fido.
But it's like, they were running out of options because men aren't fit anymore. So they're like, all right, we'll let women in. And then they're like, all right, well, we'll let the gays in. Don't ask, don't tell, whatever. Don't matter. We'll let untrans people, whatever. But the furries, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get there.
I don't want to live in this fucking world anymore.
But that's the thing, though, is that, like, that's why America's great, because you're allowed to be a furry if you want.
Yeah,
Like, it's
and-
weird.
And
You shouldn't do it, but you're allowed to do it.
I watched a compilation of like different nations like commercial to sell you on
their country.
like a military career.
So propaganda.
Yeah. And it started out with America and it was like, "Hi, I'm Rachel. And what you're watching right now is me using a guided Patriot missile system." But it didn't start there. It started with my 2 gay mothers raising me.
Oh, geez.
And I lived that normal college life. And it basically just went on to say, like, I was living like a basic white bitch. And I wanted adventure.
So I joined the
The
United
Army.
States Air Force. Oh, the Army. The Air Force? The Army?
I think it was Army.
The
but it was-
Navy? The Navy's got the second biggest Air Force, you know.
That's a big fact.
It's just to get you in one of those boxes. And she's like, I wanted to give myself a true challenge and set new standards and break the stigma.
That's how Americans are marketed to the rest of the world.
And then it cuts right to Russia. And it's like this dude sleeping with his wife. And then all of a sudden the alarm clock goes off and he just wakes up in a gray room with like hundreds of other people around him. And then
Damn.
he just like jolts right up.
Defends the motherland.
And it was just like, what the this guy? And then it just kept showing like guns being cocked and loaded.
Our propaganda has sucked since the end of World War II.
That's a fact.
Ever since Uncle Sam went away.
Have you seen that video of the fucking Russian, like, fucking kindergartners assembling AKs?
Yeah.
It's fucking wild, bro.
One of the girls was like struggling. So, oh boy,
Faster.
I pray for those children.
Absolutely. And that's why Russia's always been how it is because they've always controlled the media.
Yeah.
And the Russian propaganda hasn't changed in fucking 200 fucking years.
They'll just like put anything out there, like over the border. Those are neo-Nazi, furry.
That's why
They call
I don't trust anything nowadays.
Yeah, the Russians like have like a weird excuse for like what they label Ukrainians as.
Oh yeah, they're funky. They control the fucking news and like
I
that's
think they call them gay vampires or something.
Makes sense.
part of being at peace with yourself is not listening to the news because gotta know like it's wrong or right in different parts, and it's just like you can't trust any fucking news outlet.
I like spotting out like articles that I know are just like like terror pieces basically.
Yeah, facts. I see them all the time, and I'm like, damn, people are actually buying into this. They're like, oh,
Yeah, I mean, some of the time you get a news and you get a good story, like the FTX situation. That was interesting to read into, with like Sam Bankman-Fried. You know FTX.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
This happened a couple months ago, but like it was a big thing going on, and like this guy was using a company.
It was a crypto company.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, okay.
fleeced out a fuck ton of people. And he was like trading back and forth with his girlfriend who ran this other company, and then this third party who owned like a ton of their like pieces or coins or whatever said, "Oh, I'm just gonna sell out today because I'm fucking done with this. I see something fishy going on." So he sells out, and then the fucking value just drops. People lose like thousands.
Everything.
Yeah, some people everything.
I'm glad I made money on crypto when I did, eh?
Yeah, 2021.
Shit's messy
That was the
nowadays.
moment. Yeah.
Not to mention he was the second biggest donator to the Democratic Party.
Yeah, controlling a lot of, and there was like fluff pieces on them, so it was like he didn't do that. He just made a oopsie.
And he bought an island in the Caribbean with all his other fucking honchos, and they were all just on that island fucking each other in a fucking weird culty little fucking crypto culture.
Smoking meth, having orgies, and like I'll show
Yeah.
you a picture of like the girl he risked it all for.
I'm gonna start buying silver and gold. I'm done with money.
Me too. That's why I have cards.
Would you risk it all for this? The listeners know who I'm talking about.
No. Don't you say anything other than
would
no.
Would you risk it all?
Bruh.
There's something to it.
So that's the guy right there. Curly hair.
Oh, Jon Snow. The fuck?
What?
No, he just kind of looks like fucking Kit Harington.
Oh. SPF is Jon Snow.
But like, was he smashing too?
I don't know who he is. That's just in the picture. But that's like a picture of her just like talking about the situation. She like fucking left the dude in the dust. Ran away with like all of his money and shit.
Is there a picture of her without glasses?
No, the glasses stay on during sex. She's totally the type that leaves them on. That grip has to be phenomenal for that.
That's what I'm saying. Look at that.
No, bro.
You're risking billions.
She
for
looks
this.
just like the fucking cop from Tennessee that fucked the whole fucking squad.
If God gave her teeth like that, then he had to make up for something, and probably gave her a fucking
Probably a
tight grip.
fat
pussy.
camel toe.
Yeah.
You know the one I'm talking about too, like the puffy one.
The only thing funnier than a camel toe is a fupa.
Fair enough.
Fupa is one of the funniest words I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's fair.
For those of you who don't know, it's a fat upper pussy area. Fupa.
Or also a lineman.
Well said.
A linebacker.
Well, yeah, she got a tight grip. She's got it. Those
So
teeth.
you'd risk all the billions?
How tight's the grip?
I don't know. I mean, only this nerd knows.
And everyone else on that island.
Yeah. I wonder if Giselle and Tom Brady were on that island.
Fucking probably.
It's fucking Epstein's new island, basically.
Every megalith millionaire crypto fuck is on an island somewhere touching a fucking little child, but nobody gives a fuck.
Bill Clinton.
All the fucking political figures, fucking athletes, they're all fucking kids.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how that list still isn't talked about.
Bro, like, why would they? Bill Gates, they're not gonna talk about how Bill Gates was fucking kids. Why would they?
Yeah, Bill Gates is creating soy seeds for the burgers of the future.
Well, if he's a billionaire and he's giving fucking money to the government, well, why are we gonna expose him about touching kids?
He's helping me.
And remember, our one listener down on Cheney Reservoir there, if we're not here next week, it's because Bill Gates is fucking kids.
Sound the signal, brother.
Yeah, it's a good thing we got it out now. You know what's fucked is that we won't even get to get this episode published before we get kidnapped, tortured, and killed.
I'll try my hardest, but they're gonna have to fucking drag
No,
me
what
out.
if the boys from Sony come and save the day?
We will protect you.
They build us a podcast studio.
They're like, you must take it down Bill Gates.
It's like a panic room that they have to guard 24/7.
What if it's like Sony versus Microsoft in the end, but like monkeys take the side of the fucking Microsoft and it's AI with Sony and
Holy shit.
and then the humans are split?
There is one group of people on this entire planet that I would entrust to keeping AI under control, and it's the Japanese.
I don't know. They just flip-flopped.
What do you mean?
They just abandoned the alliance with the U.S. and just went to Russia for their oil.
With that shithead in the White House, I would flip-flop on us too.
Yeah, like nobody
Yeah.
wants to deal with the U.S. right now. Biden
Well,
is a joke.
As soon as Uncle Donnie's back, we'll have the Japanese back, and it'll be fine.
That's why like it's so fucked up in U.S. policies and shit. Because like you got one group fighting so hard, they finally get what they want, and then the next president comes in and takes away what they got,
Yeah.
and it's just flip flop back and forth.
I guess that was like a kind of off the point.
I'm not
Bring
saying
up.
we should have a president for life because that's like
Ew, that's
dictatorial
a king,
bullshit.
Yeah.
But I think we should have a cabinet for 15 years. An unremovable cabinet. So that when you come into the presidential position and you are the new president,
You get the last guys.
yes. And it's a mix of both parties with different views on different ideas, and it is a teamwork, dream work effort.
What if you got the like slash half?
That's
And then it would be more mixed up.
and that's how they do it now.
Oh, is it?
Not really, because when you come in, you elect your own cabinet and you just kick out the guys you don't want. And if there's back in the old days, like when there were fewer politicians, you'd be like, oh shit, fucking Thomas Jefferson is the only guy I can leave as Secretary of State. So I'm going to leave him there because he's the best man for the job. It's not like that anymore because it's all about your party.
Yeah, your influence.
So
with the
you're a Democrat, you're the president now, you kick all the Republicans out because you'd be an idiot not to because they're not Democrats.
Mhm.
So, but if it was set up so that your advisors were there for the last 10 to 15 years, they've had the same job, they've done the same job, and their job is to advise the president, I think that would make more sense. Or something along those lines. Obviously, I'm a fucking 26-year-old shithead in fucking Massachusetts. I don't know shit about piss, but I feel like that is a better idea than the fucking bullshit we have now.
I think you got a good guideline, but like, I think it should, because if you're just gonna rotate it every 10 years and be able to get rid of all those people, some new guy's gonna come in and just get what he wants.
What if it was like a system, though? So, like, when you come into this system, you start at this job, and by the end of your 15 years, you're at the top job, and it's like a cycle. So you're learning the next guy's job so that you've been there for 15 years by the time your 15 years is up.
And then eventually you become president?
No, you're done being an advisor, but the guy who's at the very bottom will eventually have your job. But the same core group of people have been working together for 5, 10, 15 years because there's 15 spots just to make it easy. So
Wait, where does the top guy go?
it has to start somewhere. So the first 15 years, it's the same group of people. And then after that, you can start cycling them out. Again, it's not a perfect plan. This is just what I'm coming up with right now off the fucking cuff.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make some sense.
We're spitballing for when we team up with the monkeys and end up
being the
ruling,
president,
you know?
the triumvirate of the United States, the first triumvirate of the United States.
3 branches right here. Maker of laws. Explainer of laws.
I want to explain the fucking laws.
All right, layer of laws.
I don't want to fucking layer no laws. The fuck you taking
Maker
me
of
for?
laws.
I don't want to make any fucking
Well,
laws.
there's no other options.
Yeah, there is. Burn down the whole fucking thing.
So anarchy.
Yes.
Back to John Lennon.
Yeah. And similars of his taste.
What if we just dissolved the United States and went back to statehoods? Every state is responsible for themselves. You can trade with whatever state you want.
Each state should be its own country or region. So, like, New England should be its own country.
Colin Quinn has a good joke about that. I'm not going to recite it word for word, but it's basically along the lines like every 50 miles you expect people to be the same, like with all these different landscapes. So that makes a lot of sense to like go back to like smaller borders.
That's a fact.
Be easier to manage, I'd imagine, instead of having this one big fucking thing try and take control of all this fucking land.
Yeah, I don't know. It's too much.
Well, I mean, that was the reason they created the federal government in the first place, was to control the government on a larger scale so that it would be easier for everyone involved, so you didn't have all these little fucking statehoods making different decisions everywhere. The states are allowed to govern themselves and make their own little stupid decisions on things that don't really matter, but when it comes to big things, the federal government makes the final call because it's the United States, not Massachusetts, New York, Vermont.
But it should be. The state
Yeah.
should go back to statehood. Any state should be allowed to secede that wants to.
And then that way, I mean, I guess you would be fucked if we did it that way, because imagine like places like Rhode Island or Delaware.
What about them?
Just so small. They don't get a lot of work with. They'd have to
Sucks, doesn't it?
trade. I guess so.
Fucking blows, but it is what it is. New
I
world
don't-
order.
I don't think it would split up like the state borders all like New England would become a country.
That's what I'm saying. I think if you did it by sections, if you made the U.S. into like 5 countries,
Yeah. Like
that would be ideal.
like Texas would be its own thing.
But the NFL doesn't go away.
Why would
Yeah.
it? That'd be crazy. All the sports would stay the same.
Yep.
Why
And then it
wouldn't
would be
they?
about country.
Yeah, big facts. And then the
Mhm.
stakes are higher.
Damn.
Yeah, but imagine needing a passport to go to fucking Pennsylvania.
Imagine it.
That's the beautiful thing about this country. Because in Europe, you drive fucking 20 miles down the road and you have to show another passport because you're in another fucking country.
Yeah.
We can drive for fucking 7 days and still be in the United States.
Yeah, imagine. Oh, fuck, I just had it. All right, never mind.
Imagine you stopped smoking weed and you regained
Yeah,
your
seriously.
short-term memory. I'm actually going on a tolerance break soon, I think.
I think I should.
Speaking of tolerance breaks, what are we at for time?
Almost at an hour, 7 minutes from it.
Okay, cool. Just wondering. I have a really early morning tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I want a social media break right now. It feels great.
How's that
I
going?
haven't been on in 2 days. It's wonderful.
I've been on a social media break for like 6 years now. And
That's
I've never
awesome.
Felt better.
That's fucking epic, dude. Keep it up.
Have you been like noticing just like more clarity?
No.
No. Any improvements?
No, we're only fucking, 1 day in. So it's like,
In all honesty, I didn't notice any difference until like a month in.
yeah, it's a fact. It'll come.
Because like I still have Snapchat, because my girlfriend uses it a
Yep.
lot. So we communicate with Snapchat because the Wi-Fi in my building like sucks, and that's a lot of the time the only thing that works for us to text each other while I'm at work. I haven't had Instagram since like 2015. I haven't had Facebook since like 2012.
Nice.
I haven't had anything since, like the last thing I got rid of was Instagram in like 2015 when I graduated. I was like, I'm never going to see these people again. I don't want anything to do with these people. The people that I want to talk to have my cell phone number.
Yeah,
And
I
I
made
just-
a big like clear out.
Oh
of
yeah,
people.
I cleared out my fucking social medias a long time ago. Now I'm just not using them at all, and it's nice. I've been playing a lot of fucking PC Civ, and it's different. Some of these new Civs, man, they're fucking nuts. A lot of duplicates of like Civs we've already had before, but it's all right because like,
So riddle me this,
Civs.
Batman. Even though you built them on PC, they're still in the SID server. So
Yep.
theoretically, if you pulled the seed numbers, we could play a multiplayer game on a map you built.
yeah, absolutely, it's possible to do that. I've been building some cool maps. I was telling him I'm wonder obsessed, so I just put a bunch of wonders near each other and I make national parks the whole game.
That's cool.
Yeah, man, that's my thing.
I've been trying to play a perfect Navy game, and I just want to build maps for that.
Yeah, facts, dude. It's really satisfying. It needs some work, but it's really cool what you can do.
I bet. I've watched everything I can watch on YouTube about it, so I would start playing Civ again if I could build maps.
Yeah.
I've been so obsessed with fucking Europe lately.
And honestly, like it's more enjoyable with everything you're doing on PC too, because the UI is a lot different.
Mhm.
So just like the ways you navigate cities and shit, it's just so much easier to do stuff.
Yeah, everything probably runs a little more smoothly.
It does run smoothly, and like like for rather than like going into a city's production, like going to buy a missionary, you can like do quick buys right from the little like fucking city center icon. and
That's cool.
Yeah, so there's a lot of cool like UI stuff that just makes the game easier to navigate,
Yep.
and like having a cursor is a lot different, you know.
Well, I mean, it
Yeah.
was designed for the computer.
Yeah, that's a big fact. You that shows too. It
Mhm.
shows. But the map builder's a lot of fucking fun.
Who's your favorite new Civ?
I'm really into Theodora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know about all the new Civs?
Uh-huh.
Have you like seen all their abilities and
No,
shit?
I haven't. But
With her, so she can build the Hippodrome,
Yeah.
which is a entertainment complex
Mhm.
for half the production, which
Mhm.
is huge because you can get it in like right away.
yeah.
And then it's like happy cities equals productive cities.
Okay.
And productive cities equals the best thing.
Yeah.
Your city can be starving. It doesn't matter
Yep.
because if they're happy, they'll work.
Yep.
They don't need food. So amenities are big, and you get faith if you put a hippodrome near a farm. So it's like, all right, faith bonus and an amenity. That's big.
See, you have to be a Beauchene because of the way you treat your Civ citizens, because you are so French. As long as you get the things you want, you don't give a fuck if they starve.
But they're happy. They have wonders. They have national parks. They have housing.
You're so
They have
French.
fresh water. They just don't have food.
Yeah, no, I get it.
They have money.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Cool, man.
What the meat cake?
what meat cake?
No, let them eat cake.
Oh, yeah, well said. You know the old saying.
These are all the new.
I really want to play Ramesses.
I just want to play as old Abe again.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
really? He's back?
Abe kind of sucks because it's like he gets really huge bonuses on industrial zones, but he loses a lot of like things if he has plantations.
Huh.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny how they did that, isn't it?
Way to trump America
God damn it.
for our mistakes.
When I finally get it, I'm going to play a game fucking Teddy versus Abe.
The new
Civil
Saladin
War style.
is more of an asshole than the original Saladin.
Yeah. That's Understandable. Is he more aggressive militarily?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
He's very angry all the time. Queen Mabende Nzinga of the Congo
Yep.
is the only civ on this list so far that I've gotten into a war with. We got into a territorial war very quickly
Okay.
because she was like, your lands are too close, your cities are too big.
Right.
We're going to war. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, fuck you, you stale cunt. So go to
Have you?
Takagawa is a silly goose. He always wants to trade cities for cities. He's like obsessed with it for some reason. Like,
What?
I give you a fucking Theodoran city, you get a Japanese city in return. He's like Hojo, but crazier.
How do you feel about Elizabeth?
Which one? Or industrial? Yeah, the fucking yep, Elizabeth the First.
Yeah.
She's rude,
Yeah.
but not as rude as Victoria, Age of Steam.
Yeah, that's fair.
A little
She's
more
a
elegant.
bitch.
Have you
Oh
played
my
with Ludwig
God.
2 yet?
I played as Ludwig too.
And?
Everybody hated me for no reason.
Well, I mean, you're the Kaiser.
Yeah, he's got some wacky ideas, but the Hansa's a really cool district, and like obviously it's good for production, and that's one of my big agendas.
And you can you build even faster than the fucking other Kaiser?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, because his whole thing was production. Ludwig's.
Yeah, so Ludwig's Ramses is a weirdo.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah,
He
he's
was the
got
last great pharaoh.
he's got a lot of wacky things to say. I haven't met Ptolemaic Cleopatra yet. King Sadiata Kiata Mali. I have not met him yet.
Can you pronounce that one more time?
Oh, I'd rather not. But King Sundiata Kita.
I'd say that's good.
Yeah, good enough, right? Like I said, I've been playing as Theodora Byzantine.
Byzantine.
I like starting as Constantinople. It's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah, it's
But I'm probably going to rename it to Istanbul.
Istanbul.
Well, yeah, because,
Because you're crazy.
It's nobody's business but the Turks.
Oh.
I haven't met Sejong yet, but she's probably a cunt.
Are you playing a game with all the new ones right now?
Yeah. I put them in a giant map that I built, and because I'm cruel, unfair, and just not a good person, the way I do it, I go in a hot seat, put it in fucking 12 of them, put it in myself, put them all on deity, put me on settler. Because I got certain agendas I want to meet, and I play the first 3 ages by just clicking and skipping turns and putting settlers to sleep, and then I turn them into AI when the fucking Renaissance era rolls around. So none of them can form a religion. And I just build wonders and make cities. It's great.
You're such a fucking ass.
It's a really entertaining way to play. There's no challenge. You just build wonders in peace and you watch your cities thrive.
So you've turned into Nate.
Worse. I'm obsessed with wonder building. It's all I care about.
Have you made a new wonder yet?
It's not. You can do it with mods, but I haven't put mods into the game yet. That's
Okay.
another thing I'm excited to try, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, I want to make some more wonders.
Yeah, of course.
They're the best. Natural wonders, world wonders.
You're a guy who likes to go God mode in a video game.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. I don't know. I find that boring. There's no challenge.
I'm with Nathaniel on this one.
My-
It's so much fun.
My life is challenging. I play video games to relax.
I don't know. I like feeling succeeded.
I like that feeling in things that aren't video games. But at the same time, I do have that chase. When I played Elden Ring,
Yeah.
the mood I got into when I was playing Elden Ring, I definitely take on challenges in video games. Like you saw me live stream the fucking Berserker fight in God of War.
Oh, yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying? That shit's hard.
Yeah, it's just that when you play games like MLB and they have a 164 and
Oh, that was great. That was fucking awesome. And the only reason I finished is because everybody was like, that's so fucking stupid. That's pointless. And I'm like, this is great. I've won every game. I played every game too.
You felt the joy of every win.
I felt the joy of 162 9-inning baseball games.
Speaking of which, 23 is on Game Pass now.
Oh, you love to see it.
I just started my franchise last night.
I heard it's a good one.
It's not bad.
I'm glad it's on Xbox now. You love to see it.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I played one game.
It's one of those things. I've always been a fan of the show. I fucking love the show, guys, because I really do like baseball a lot.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to like that. Like, I don't know. I had a big thing about sports games other than 2K back then. It may be Madden. And then, I don't know. I played the show 18 and I had a blast. We were all just playing that.
Dude, that's
like,
what I'm
in and
saying.
out.
The show is great. The show, and that's the thing. The show's always been great. Because
Oh, go ahead.
baseball's fun. And baseball's even more fun on video games.
Yeah, I just like the hitting the bat and the ball just gets whacked
I
out.
like pitching too.
Pitching's pretty fun, especially when you're playing with someone and it just disappears and you don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. And then there's the people who just like purposely throw it right at the batter each time.
Oh, I love it. We're gonna stream some baseball soon, people. Don't you worry.
Yes, sir. We're gonna get back to streaming.
Maybe.
That's right. Maybe. Probably not though. We all have lives, wives, and
We probably
wives.
won't be doing that as a team, but individually.
You'll
and-
see us. You'll
I don't
see
have
us.
free time again until Christmas, so
Well,
It's for the better.
anyway, on that note, I think I gotta wrap this up just
Because until you make us famous, Lou's got a bedtime.
that's big facts.
Nate's back to unemployed, which is dumb because
Wait, what?
now he gets to go to bed whenever the fuck he wants.
When did you quit
but
your
anyway,
job?
we'll talk about that next episode.
Guys,
Everyone, have a good
great
night.
We're the fucking
Thank you for
brothers. Thanks
watching.
for tuning in. We had a blast. We love you.
I hate it here.
Boom, boom, boom.